Hello, world. So, first of all, I want to apologize. I'm on the wrong broadcast. I'm learning. This is the one scheduled for 5:10. I will reschedule another one for 5:10. Like I said, learning on my own by trial and error. I just realized that as it flashed the big warning sign, and I lost my beautiful coherent place I was in to start talking to you. So, disclosure on my own failings out of the way. I am Tara Sumur, and welcome back to session 2 of Find It, Feel It, Free It on February 12th, 2022. Okay, and like is going to become our usual and now quite needed for me, let's do our 1 minute of coherence creating. So again, heart, brain, coherence, connection, creating, breathing. And that is very simple, simply breathing in and out with your exhale consciously longer than your inhale. And all you're doing at this point is noticing how you breathe. So your only focus is on the timing. So again, in and out. Now I'm coming in and out. And in and out. And for me, even a minute of that feels better. That time I was breathing in, energetically top down. The key is full breaths because we're wanting the full body to connect, including the heart. So the breath passing through the heart in between head and body, just like your heart was your lungs. That is your key to coherent heart-brain breathing. Hey, welcome back. So again, find it, feel it, free it. Find your feeling of freedom, feel it in your body, free it out to the world. And I know I'm asking for trust at this point, but I do believe that if everyone on this planet managed to do that, we would magically have a feeling, a co-created collective feeling of freedom that is a natural merger of everyone's individual feeling of freedom. And I don't know about you, but I would like the decisions that our leaders and our people and all of us are making over the next while, because I think they're going to be important for our future. I would love all of those decisions to being made within that collective, co-created, natural feeling of freedom that includes all of our individual feelings. That's what we're working towards. So on this 10-minute live, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the personal benefits. And the way that I'm suggesting we can do that is we can all learn how to create coherent connections within our body. We can figure out how to feel what freedom feels like for us. It doesn't have to match the other person. And then we can radiate that out on our heart. So other than this big esoteric dream that I just put out there, doesn't it sound wonderful? Why would we actually want to do that? Well, let's just talk about creating coherence in your own body. So when someone is in coherence, they're connected and they're able to vibrate, and we can actually measure this on the body, but they essentially vibrate at what we would call a higher vibration or a frequency. There's just less stress. There's less incoherence. There's less in the mix. So when we operate in a higher vibration, we naturally align with our heart values and we experience higher quality emotions. We're more caring and kinder to others, and we're less self-absorbed. We are more self-secure and can respond to challenging situations with flexibility and greater maturity, affording better outcomes and less stress accumulation. We also naturally and innately build trust and respect for ourselves and all. So when in a higher vibration, we naturally, it's not forced, it's natural and innate, it's an invitation. When in these higher vibrations, we naturally admit we don't have all the answers. We naturally lay aside our ego and we naturally jump into the trenches. We don't withdraw and stand around the sidelines and separate ourselves. We are naturally more open to feedback from family, friends, and colleagues. We're naturally able to listen without judging and interrupting or defending ourselves. We're naturally able to help others to feel heard, valued, important, and appreciated. So we absolutely will still assess people, assess other people's actions. We will naturally accept or say, no, that's not appropriate for me to do. But it won't come with that same rigid, righteous judgment. Whereas when we're in a lower vibration or frequency, no matter who we are, everything bothers us. We lose alignment with these heart qualities and values. It doesn't matter who you are or what your heart qualities and values are. When you're vibrating at these lower levels, when you're incoherent, you lose connection with them. We will feel disconnected, off center, out of sync. We shut off from others due to our own judgments and blame. We experience excessive worry or lack of care because of being too preoccupied with just trying to care for ourselves, which when we're in that state, that's where we need to be, because when we're incoherent, we need to care for ourselves. We're going to end up really sick if we don't. But the point is, when we're incoherent, we don't have the capacity to care for others and ourselves. Being in a lower vibration or being incoherent is often when we fall back on lower and unhealthy or less health-building patterns. So I just invite everyone to just contemplate between now and next time I see you, in yourself and in the world around you over the last several years, maybe over your whole lifetime, which do you sound like? And I don't care about the story about why you sound like that. If you can just be honest within yourself as to when you sound like that, that might give you an awful lot of information of where you're sitting moment to moment. And again, I'm not suggesting that I change what people think. I am suggesting, though, that if all of us were feeling in that higher vibrating coherent way, that the collective co-creation that would be out there would be a lot more likely to invite all of us into coherence. Many, many ways to create coherence. The first way is teaching a body, because you cannot create coherence around you, full true coherence like I'm talking about, unless you're in a body that can hold and create coherence in itself. And the first step to training your body to be coherent is to train your body to connect itself with breath through your heart. The second step is to teach it how to shift into a coherence creating emotion. For today, I'm mostly practicing the breathing. So again, heart-focused breathing, and I'm going to guide this one a little more. We're going to spend about 2 minutes. Boy, I talk for a long time. 2 minutes breathing here, and then we'll end it. Again, I encourage you to just take note of what's going on in your body physically as we do this. If you don't have another way you're feeling called to do it, then I'm going to breathe in from above again this time, and then breathe back out through above. My in-breath is going to be shorter than my out-breath. That's in part in the wild. If an animal's threatened instinctually, this is not how it breathes. So we are cueing our body we're safe as we do this. Let's do it together. I'm breathing in and out. I'm going to put my hand here because I noticed I brought all my breath into here. While I want to be conscious of my breath going through my heart, I don't want it to stop at my heart. I actually want it to go through my heart, down into my body, back up from my body, through my heart and out. I find that if I consciously relax my jaw when I'm doing the top-down breathing, if I consciously relax my jaw each time I breathe in, and if I think about pulling the breath from kind of the back of my diaphragm, so I'm pulling it down, I find that that naturally opens up the connection gates between my head and my body, which for me are harder to keep connected. So again, for anyone out there, I invite you to try it. The key is finding your coherence, not mimicking mine, but I can share the ways I do it. So, to anyone joining me again at 3:10, I'll see you then. If you have some moments, taking 5 minutes constantly to do this type of breathing, it's not going to take very many days before you will actually notice that you are just responding to things in a slightly different way. And that's what I'm hoping we can start to see and feel for ourselves over the next few hours and days. I'll see you in a couple hours. I am Tara Sue Moore, broadcasting from the Crystal Cavern in Cochrane, Alberta. Find your feeling, feel your feeling, free your feeling.